Episode 5's release date just got leaked and I'm not sure how to feel about it because it's way closer than we thought. So for a hot minute it felt like episode 5 was cursed because at first there have been rumors that it's gonna come out in January. Then that was debunked and we waited for any news, but then Glitch focused on their brand new show The Gaslight District, and then Gooseworks kinda got pressured as everyone was asking her when the next episode was coming out, which led to her burnout and this drama in the fandom. But now there has been a slip up by the Washington State SummerCon, where they tweeted about the release date of episode 5 and then quickly deleted it. But thankfully someone was really quick, so we have a screenshot of that tweet, which goes like, "As if you needed one more reason to attend SummerCon, we are bringing a circus. Please welcome Lizzie Freeman, Michael Kovac, Alex Rochon, and Amanda Hufford from the amazing digital circus to the Washington State SummerCon from June 20th through 22nd. We have a special treat for all the circus freaks/fans at SummerCon. We are excited to host a special screening of the 5th episode with the cast of the show." So this means that episode 5 is coming out on June 20th, which is a Friday, because Glitch always posts the new episodes on Fridays, and the people who attend the SummerCon will have the privilege to watch episode 5 with the voice actors. But they don't mention that this is gonna be an early screening, so I'm guessing we are also gonna be able to see the new episode on YouTube or Netflix on the same day. And this is amazing news, and what's even better is that we have less than a month until episode 5 comes out, which means that Glitch is gonna start posting teasers very soon and hopefully a trailer as well. And based on Glitch's schedule, we can expect a short trailer video coming out next Friday, so June 6th, because that's 2 weeks before the actual episode's release. And not only that, but I'm pretty sure that the WackyWatch.com is also going to change and it's gonna get a new interface which fits the next adventure, which is still kind of a mystery because our guess is coming from the announcement video from last year, where we saw these short snippets of the new locations, and there was this one, which was basically still under construction. Now, this looks like a stadium, so the fans were guessing that episode 5 is gonna be a sports-themed adventure, but since Glitch and Gooseworks went silent in these couple of months, who knows what they've been cooking up? I wouldn't be surprised if we were not even getting the stadium as the next adventure's location. Maybe we'll see that in an upcoming episode, because I'm pretty sure that they started working on these locations as soon as they could, maybe not even in order. So while we're waiting for any actual news, let's go over the facts that Gooseworks has already shared about the episode and what we can count on. One of the biggest confirmations we've got is that episode 5 is going to be the lightest in tone out of the whole show. Gooseworks literally called it the silly before the storm, which sounds comforting at first, but then again, that also means that the next episodes are gonna go really dark. Like, she's basically warning us to enjoy the chaos while it lasts, because it's about to get real serious after this one. And I think this whole silly vibe is also gonna be super misleading, because behind the fun setting and the jokes, it's probably gonna set up some of the darkest stuff we've seen in the show so far. And episode 5 is gonna be the one where we'll finally dive into the dynamic between Jax and Ragatha. Gooseworks confirmed they're both going to share the spotlight equally in this episode and in episode 6 as well, which means their relationship is probably gonna become a major storyline. And honestly, I think it kind of already is, because we've seen how Jax treats Ragatha, and while some fans have joked about their interactions being kind of flirty, the truth is that the relationship is super complicated. Jax is clearly the type to hide behind sarcasm and cruelty, and Ragatha's the kind of person who pretends everything's fine even when she's clearly not. And we saw how she was at the end of episode 4 when she was still under the influence of the stupid sauce, so maybe it's also possible that in this episode we'll see the aftermath of Ragatha being a bit too unfiltered in the previous episode, and how she not only was blunt with Jax.
Yo, Jax, I hate you. But I don't want you to hate me. Is that weird?
But she also hurt Gangle's feelings.
No offense, but you're kind of annoying when you have your happy mask.
And she was also jealous when Pomni was talking with Gummy Goo instead of them.
Oh, she's flirting with the gummy guy, because she'd rather be with an NPC than with us or something.
And I personally wish that in this episode we'll get to know Ragatha's backstory more, because I want to know where all this pressure is coming from. When in episode 4, Gangle shared more information about her past as a human. It made perfect sense for her character, and I think Gooseworks treated the character with respect and just enough depth for us to really see what led to her being a shy, self-doubting individual who has a hard time standing up for what she believes in. And of course, the characters have lived the majority of their lives outside in the real world, where they had a bunch of experiences, and maybe Ragatha also had a moment which was crucial in her personality development. And I just need to know what that was. I think Ragatha is so underrated, but hopefully this next episode is gonna give us a nice insight into her personality. But I have a feeling that Gooseworks is gonna twist her character a bit too, just like how she did with Gangle, where we saw her in a role that was not really comfortable for her and was pushing her boundaries. So what if in the next episode we'll see Ragatha being in a situation where she can't keep up her kind facade, and then we'll finally see if it was all a mask and she's actually evil, or what's more likely is that Ragatha was just compensating with her extreme kindness, but underneath all that forced kindness, there's a hurt soul that needs kindness herself. And we've also seen how Zubul took care of her in episode 4, and Ragatha's relationship with Pomni is also getting better and better, so hopefully she's gonna have her people around and she's not gonna abstract. Or at least not in the next episode, because I think it's only fair if we accept the fact that at one point someone will probably abstract, because abstraction is a crucial part of the show, so they're probably not gonna miss the opportunity to make us cry when someone loses themselves. And to be honest, at this point I think Ragatha is one of the strongest candidates here. But she's not the only one. Like yeah, all the signs are pointing at her cracking soon, especially with how episode 4 ended and with Gooseworks teasing that she might not be okay, but there are still a few other characters who could also be at serious risk. Cause if episode 5 really is the silly before the storm, then someone's gonna be the storm, or the aftermath. And while Ragatha feels like one of the closest to the edge emotionally, there is still Jax, and I really don't trust him not to spiral on his own way. Cause Gooseworks keeps saying that Jax is not just evil for the sake of it. He's not abstracting people on purpose or trying to hurt anyone out of nowhere. Like, feelings genuinely scare him, and that's why he pushes everyone away and acts like a jerk, cause it's easier to be hated than to be seen. So if Ragatha actually drops her act and throws something real back at him, like if she calls him out or exposes something personal about him, that could mess him up bad. And Gooseworks literally said he'll get tortured in the next episodes, but not in a traditional sense. So like, not physically tortured, but emotionally, mentally. Maybe someone finally gets through to him. Or worse, maybe someone almost gets through and then he shuts down even harder. And yeah, that's a form of torture for someone like Jax. Especially if we end up seeing his room like Gooseworks teased, then it's something surprisingly personal or soft, and it just makes the whole thing worse. And maybe it would make even more sense if Jax abstracted, because episode 6 is gonna be the Jax episode, so maybe we'll see him abstracting in that one. I know I'm kinda shooting in the dark here, but there's just so many possibilities and literally anything could happen, so I don't know. Hopefully the trailer and the new teasers will reveal something which could give us a direction. But thankfully it seems like we don't have to wait for too long for episode 5, and I can't believe I finally get to say this. So stay tuned for more videos coming out on the digital circus, and let me know what you think about the news down in the comments. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.